And we're just going to jump right into it here and go over some of the stuff that I use day to day in my decoy spread. Almost had it till the end.
Yeah. You're ready.
Alright guys, so I'm Alan Hudson here at Bluebill Hill, the founder of Bluebill Hill, and today we're doing a little decoy review. We've got our blind juice here. We have the original Bluebill decoy, carved by yours truly out of a crab pot, a 2x4 and an old piece of wood. We're just going to jump right into it here and go over some of the stuff that I use day to day in my decoy spread. You know, ringnecks down here, we get a ton of them. They're a good confidence bird to have around, and also if they fly through, I mean, they're fun to shoot. They sound like F-17s flying through the decoys, and like I said, we get a ton of them. So this is just an old flambeau. It looks like it's been shot, but surprisingly it hasn't. It's a solid decoy, good starter, good for the price point. I think I paid about $3 or $4 for this on the aftermarket. Sand keel, which is good for lightweight. Only problem is I've noticed anytime the wind blows about 20 miles an hour, which here in eastern North Carolina is often, they will flip over upside down. And I don't know about y'all, but this does not look very ducky to me. So all in all, a good starter, great if you're in a little hole and you know there's some good old-fashioned ringnecks moving through, impound lot. But anytime you get any good chop on the water, this sand keel is just going to flip it over or even on its side. But this decoy here is actually good to me. Shot 3 birds over this spread. I just used 6 of them, 4 drakes, 2 hens. And it's like I said, a really good starter. And I still use them for, you know, birds that maybe aren't trophies. Shovelers, I think I have a couple shoveler flambeaus too. So like I said, just a good, solid starting out decoy. So as you guys will notice, I'm a big flambeau fan, or a flambeau fanboy. And this right here is actually a flambeau Stormfront series. It's a very basic duck decoy. There's no bells, no whistles on this. It's a good swimmer. Great if you're doing a great big decoy spread and you kind of get lost in there. Just looks like an extra duck. Not my favorite standalone decoy. They don't swim great. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if the keel's a little funky or whatever it is. They do a lot of back to front motion, just kind of rocking. And with a side breeze, they don't look right. They don't look like a duck. It looks a lot like a duck decoy though. This one has a little bit of paint chipping on the heads as well. It's a nice head, dark green front with some bluing over the top of it. So it has some interesting iridescence to it when the sun hits it just right. Unlike the black duck, the bills actually, that's probably the thing on this duck that's in the best shape. I don't know if you can tell, this has been a well-used duck decoy. I use it in all my bigger puddle duck spreads. I love the black strip on the back. I'm a big fan of having black decoys or really just dark colored decoys in my spread. They stand out on that brown water that I like to shoot at. But all in all, like I said, just a very basic duck decoy. Obviously a step up from the older flambeaus like the ringneck I just showed you. But all in all, it's not a good small duck spread. I use this when I'm 50 plus decoys and just use it as another body out there, maybe fill in some holes. But like I said, good decoy, good solid decoy, but just not my absolute favorite one, which is why it's more or less used as a backup bird. All right, so this right here is my absolute favorite duck decoy in the spread. A brand new 2021-2022 addition to my duck decoy spread, although it is a 2018 bird. This is the 2018 Flambeau Gunning Series mallard, particularly the preening mallard. I brought this one out because, like I said, it's my favorite bird. I thought I lost it this year and almost got emotional in the duck blind because it's a gorgeous bird, and it's my favorite line of flambeaus. As you guys know, I'm a flambeau fanboy. Super big head on, a lot bigger than I think most decoys that I actually have around. Very durable. Big dark colors on the back of it, on the front of it, darker than the Stormfront series from 5 years prior. But the big difference here is this keel. It is a weighted back keel. I can have this bird in 2 miles an hour west wind in a creek, and it will still make some movement. And the choppier it is and the worse the weather is, the better this bird looks. It is just gamer. I use it in every single decoy spread. If my friends would let me, I'd even bring it out to the diver's duck spread. It is just a beautiful decoy. I swear by this. Another one of my Alan Hudson guarantees here. I really wish they made this in more birds than just a mallard. If they do, let me know in the comments, because I can't seem to find any more that aren't mallards. But no, this bird is absolutely fantastic. I love it to death. Corbin, not his favorite bird. He's got a few others that he likes more, but this is my Alan Hudson swear by duck decoy. Perfect. These are the Mojos. I lied. These are not the Mojos. This is a mallard, obviously, Lucky Duck edition. I mean, it's a fine bird. It's a great big bird. It is not a very packable duck decoy. However, I love the magnetic wings that just pop right in and out. It is super, super easy in the field with cold hands. It's just a big, girthy bird is the only way to describe it. It really is a standalone. I would want to put 9 of these in my spread because I don't want to carry them into my spread. One of my favorite aspects of this though is this little piece right here. This actually hooks over the pole and it looks like little mallard feet. So a really, really interesting design. But like I said, a great big duck. Super, super heavy. I mean, you can't really get a feel for it. Big theme for me here. Big black body, big white contrast. A dark bird that is going to be seen from way up high. And if you put it low enough in the water, it actually spins fast enough to create a little bit of a wake around it. So it looks really, really, really nice in the water. It's just not very packable. It's a staple of my spread. I do use it, particularly my very large decoy spreads. But it is definitely not the staple that the rest of my duck decoys are. But it's a good starting mojo. A little bit over $100 for starting Lucky Duck, I guess. A little bit over $100 for this one. Worth the price of admission. Definitely take some playing around with to get it just right though. And then this one is actually a mojo. Told you the truth this time. This right here is just a little green wing teal mojo, very basic. It gets whirring when you put those wings on. It's a lot faster wing beats than that mallard. Another one from close to the water will actually create some ripples. The only bad news for this duck decoy is it is not a green wing for long. This is becoming a bluebill this year because I feel like it. It's a little tougher to disassemble on the wings. As you can probably tell here, it takes a lot more. They're clip-ins, they're not magnetic. So cold hands, it is not exactly a great time. Good colors. This one looks a little beat up. This is actually how they come brand new, so a little duller, no iridescence. Sun hits it, this is fine. One of the big complaints with movie decoys is later in the day that sun starts hitting them and it'll even flare birds rather than bring them in. I've never had an issue with this mojo on the field doing that. The bigger mallard, on occasion, I've seen birds come in on it and then decide nope at the last second. So no shine, no sheen to this. A really good teal decoy for larger decoy spreads, but also very easily paintable. You could easily make this a wood duck. You felt like if I'm making it to a bluebill this year. Much more versatile than that big mallard, and it weighs about the same as any other duck decoy in my spread. I want to once again thank you guys for coming over here to Bluebill Hill and watching. As you saw, we have an interesting spread of decoys here. If you guys want to do more in the future, just leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would say turn on the notification bell, but don't do that. I don't know. I don't know why. That sucks. So thank you guys for coming over here to Bluebill Hill once again. Like I said, we had a very interesting mashup of decoys here. We'll be more than happy to do more of these in the future. Lord knows I have plenty of them. So just leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell if you're new. And as always, thank you guys for coming out to the hill. See you next time.